And the lights are coming on. When they go out, we will be underway for 51 laps of racing here in Baku, Azerbaijan, and it is go! Away we go towards the first corner. Magorgi gets a good start. Look at Schluter coming through, and side by side in behind, Jan Grankvist nearly getting up to third, but he's going to be passed actually. So Adam Maguire gets through on the outside, up into fourth position. They're still side by side, and they get away with it into turn 2.
As Magorgi gets very, very loose actually, through turns 19, 18 and 19 there. And this is going to be a perfect opportunity for Jarl Tyne to take the lead.
DRS enabled. This will be relatively easy actually. He's got it done even before the start line. Look at that. So Jarl Tyne takes the lead of the race on lap 3, going on to lap 4. And Magorgi is in danger of losing the DRS from Jarl Tyne. He may actually have lost it. We're going to see as they go across. The DRS line just about is able to open the rear flap. You see Grankvist alongside Maguire as well. So Grankvist back up into fourth place. But look at this. Schluter goes through into second position and does get up into that place, into the corner. Sergio Fletcher has a really good run at Matthias Moos, and Carlos Martin has an even better run on Adam Maguire. So this is a change for fifth position here. Martin sized through on the straight and does get past. As for Fletcher, he has also got through, so passes Matthias Moos.
Here's Jan, he's going for third on Owen Magorgi.
Yep, I think this move's about to take place. Here we go, DRS wide open, and there's very little you can do to defend from that. So through goes Jan Grankvist into the top 3 places.
As we see another move is that Maguire. Oh, Martin's lost his front wing. That's why Maguire's got through there. So big mistake from Carlos Martin there, and the steering looks buckled as well, Caitlin.
And now we watch Sergio Fletcher going on to the start-finish straight just behind Adam Maguire. Looks set to make up another place. Tom Stevens might come through as well. They might go 3 wide here, and they both pass Maguire, and Maguire comes into the pits. Okay, we'll talk about that in a second, but side by side are Fletcher and Stevens down towards turn 1. Stevens gets a double overtake. Very good driving there from Tom Stevens. Now we see Panzer. Well, he was side by side with Jeffrey Fournier, but Fournier is in the pits now. And behind them, Matthias Moos. Is that Fabio Sixter? Sixter up the inside, goes through on Moos. Moos nearly run into the barriers. And here comes Stein Handgraf now. Up the inside, sticks his nose in. Moos up the inside, that's very close, they tangle. They're rubbing together. And they've only just managed to get themselves unhooked, but they're going to go 3 wide into the corner. Surely that's not going to work. And you've got Loic Mounier in the middle, 4 wide on the exit. My goodness. Moritz Kropp is the other driver involved. Moos is now side by side, Mounier is side by side with Handgraf. There's Kropp now side by side with Tomasz Vok.
As we're about to see Handgraf be overtaken because he's going into the pits, and Mounier is being drafted by Moritz Kropp then as they go side by side into turn 1. Is Kropp going to go all the way around the outside the G Sports car? Yes, he is. Moritz Kropp up to 10th place.
Good move, just keeps it within the white lines. That was really good stuff. Not a great run from Tyne. Schluter has a chance here. Will Tyne see his opportunity and come into the pits? He might. He's pulling over to the left. And he does come into the pit, so Schluter will take the lead. And Schluter, you can see him pulling over to the left-hand side. That indicates that he's going to make his pit stop. Grankvist and Magorgi both into the pits, as is Tom Stevens. And Tyne does retake what will effectively be the net lead of the race. But
and
with 15 laps
crew have done a really good job as well, Caitlin, because they've got Magorgi out ahead of Grankvist in Super.
They have indeed.
As Panzer pits from the lead, and Schluter's having another go at Jarl Tyne. This time he does take the lead. And he's not wasting any time here, is he?
There's Loic Mounier making a move on Stein Handgraf.
And this is Sixter coming out of the pits, and the steering does not look healthy at all. There's some hardware issue he's suffering with there. It looks like the wheel just wasn't behaving itself.
Kropp, he'll stay out for the time being. Here. Started, of course, on those medium tyres. He was the top driver to start on medium tyres. So we'll run a little bit longer. And Magorgi does get through on the straight. Dylan Fisher now up into the top 10 on those soft tyres. Stevens got Grankvist, did he? So Stevens up into 4th position, and just ahead of Fisher you see Moos going past Fletcher up into 8th place. Well, we're going to see a replay of Tom Stevens as he opens the DRS, gets closer and closer to the back of Jan Grankvist, goes to the inside, and it doesn't matter that it's the inside because he's a car length ahead by the time they reach the apex. Dennis Urban, what's happened to the Green Stripes car? Towards turn 8. This
doesn't feel good, Caitlin. Oh!
Bang! Into the wall, and that will be a retirement because he's torn a whole corner off that car. I do apologise if you can hear my dog in the background. He's got a bit excited. And who can blame him? Dylan Fisher making a move there. 8th position, passing Matthias Moos. Not quite sure what Hygo Poom has done, but he's running in 17th place. And Loic Mounier gets past Matthias Moos there on the inside. So Mounier now up into 9th position. Here's Thomas Harvey going through on Stein Hangraf up into 12th position. Thomas Vogt, this is his move on Stein Hangraf. Behind him, there are 2 cars side by side as well. That would be Moritz Kropp and Adam Maguire. It was absolutely storming here in England earlier on. Thunderbolts and lightning outside my window. And look at Jarl Tyen. Talking of storming, he's flying down the straight. He's been threatening to do this the last few laps. And now he does go back through into the lead of the race.
You could sort of tell the Edge sports car was struggling just a little bit more with tyre wear as Kropp now slots himself in between Thomas Harvey and the wall and uses DRS to get up into 13th position to get a few more points for Nocturne. So one Nocturne takes the lead, the other on very fresh tyres is starting to pick off the lower end of the point scorers.
Moritz Kropp here, setting up Tomasz Vogt, going through side by side, and they've got a car ahead of them providing a little bit of slipstream. Just behind them as well, Adam Maguire gets back into 14th place. Little dart from Tomasz Vogt takes another look. And we have 20 cars remaining now with 19 of those on the lead lap. Little bit of a race of attrition. And I think Dylan Fisher was coming into the pits there.
What?
So Schluter's in the lead. Look at that. Let's take a look at that quickly if we can. Schluter leads. Tyen goes back through on the inside.
Oh!
There's contact. There's contact for the lead. Schluter hits the wall. McGorgy comes through. We're going to see a replay. This is what we've been waiting for. So Tyen mistake or something because he's dropped back towards Schluter. Schluter's going to go for a move. He's going to go through on the straight. And this is when we were aware that something had changed because we saw the timing screen flicker with Schluter going through. Tyen's got a good run on the exit, takes a look to the inside, there's the contact.
Oh.
And I don't think Tyen was far enough alongside him. I really think he was too far back. We'd have to see it from onboard cameras, but it looks, at least from that point of view, that it was Jarl Tyen's fault. Now we're going to see it from onboard Tyen. He takes a dive. He's nowhere near far enough alongside him. He hasn't warranted enough room, and he takes the lead of the race, in my opinion, unfairly through tipping Mark Schluter into a spin. Yeah, now what's going to happen down towards turn 1? Because McGorgy and Schluter both have the DRS, as does Stevens, who's on the outside. Little bit of a contact between 3rd and 4th place. We've got Schluter and Stevens side by side. This is the fight for 2nd in the championship, don't forget. Stevens nearly gets crowded into the wall. It's Schluter on the left, Stevens on the right, on driver's right that is. Tucks in behind him now, goes to driver's left. That's the inside for the next corner. He goes back through into 3rd position. Does he make the corner? Just about. Schluter tries to duck underneath him. Towards turn 4 they go. This is where Schluter hit the wall a lap ago. Remember, he was leading the race just 1 lap ago. He's down into 4th position. Obviously, you can go a little bit longer towards the end of the race, and you usually want to. And we're going to go side by side here with Grankvist, and he's diving. Oh, that's very tight, and he overshoots it. Schluter comes back through on the inside. Grankvist had to lock up the rear wheels to avoid slamming into Tom Stevens. And here we are on board with Jan Grankvist down the start-finish straight, slipstreaming Schluter. Goes to the inside, but he'll overcook it into the braking zone. There he is. He panics slightly because he knows he can't get through on Stevens. And Schluter goes back through on the inside, Ed.
Schluter now, he wants to go get revenge on Tom Stevens here for picking on him when he was at his weakest after that crash with Jarl Tyen then.
Schluter's got a good run on Stevens here. I think this is a chance. So Schluter, who dropped back in that incident, is getting back past his main rival for 2nd in the drivers' standings, and he does go through into 3rd position now. Sergio Fletcher is making a move on Loic Mounier, goes through. We've had an incident for Adam Maguire, and oh, this is an accident black spot on the course. There's the contact. He spins the car around.
Is that Stevens going for a pit stop? It is. There we go. So he is the first to pull the trigger, or at least he would be if McGorgy hadn't beaten him to it.
Schluter's in.
Oh, there we go. Schluter in then.
So Tyen stays out. Tyen and Grankvist have stayed out. Mark Schluter's in the pits. Now we're going to see Moritz Kropp go for a move. And this is on Sergio Fletcher. And through he goes. There's Mark Schluter on the exit. Medium tyres. His teammate goes through, Loic Mounier.
There's Stevens. And Stevens is behind.
So Schluter comes out just ahead of Tom Stevens. These two will go to the end. They'll fight to the end of the race. It's very important, not just in terms of the race, not just in terms of the championship. And they're going to go, ooh, it looked as if Stevens was going to go for a move there. Mounier is going to leave the door wide open for both of them. Of course, didn't want to hold up his teammate.
Schluter needs to make this move now. This is absolutely critical to escape from Tom Stevens here.
Tyne and Grangfist are in. Tyne and Grangfist both in from the lead of the race. So what will happen between them and Owen McGorgy, who will be right with them on pit exit? Schluter is side by side with Fletcher. He will get through on the straight, so he gains time as well. He is still in contention for this race. Here's McGorgy side by side with Tyne. It's going to be close into turn 2, and Tyne just about covers him off. Jarl Tyne maintains the lead of the race, but only just. And this is Mark Schluter, and this is how he got past Moritz Kropp. Kropp, of course, on the older tyres, so this was relatively straightforward for him.
And look at this, McGorgy closer yet
and
again.
McGorgy! And he goes for the lead, and Tyne knew he couldn't fight it. Did you see that? Tyne lifted out of the throttle early. And look at Jan Grangfist now, charging, going around the outside of Tom Stevens. Not quite close enough to get the inside line. Got anyone excited for no reason?
Caitlin. And that's Jarl Tyne retaking it from Owen McGorgy. So McGorgy once again didn't get the run he needed, and Grangfist has picked off Tom Stevens for 4th as well.
Grangfist does get Stevens, but as you say, the most important thing on that lap is that Jarl Tyne has retaken the lead of the race. And this is Jan Grangfist lining up Mark Schluter for 3rd. It's a late move. He goes to the inside. Does he make the corner? Oh, that's close. He runs very wide on the exit, but Grangfist does get through into 3rd position. And still side by side are Loic Mounier and Robin Panzer fighting over 10th position. Panzer has it for the time being.
There's Kropp has picked off Dylan Fisher into the first corner then. So Moritz Kropp up to P6 on his alternate strategy then.
Carlos Martin now up into 12th place, passing Tomasz Wok down the straight.
So McGorgy is just running out of road.
Oh, look how close he is.
There was no point making a risky dive there. McGorgy knows he's still got enough laps to do it. He can wait till the final one, but Schluter is going for it on Grangfist. Grangfist is still there on the outside, but Schluter just muscles his way past, and that's Edge back on the podium.
He'll still get more.
That looked like a Van der Smissen just sliding off into 16.
Justin Van der Smissen, who wasn't on for points anyway, but did not score any points after this. There's the incident. It wasn't a connection issue. He did just slide off the road. Here we come to the line, and Jarl Tyne has fended off Owen McGorgy. He's driven absolutely fantastically. There's a little bit of a question mark hanging over him, but he does win the race. Jarl Tyne wins for the 2nd time in a row. McGorgy is 2nd. He's back on the podium for the first time since the very start of the season.
Oh, Fisher close to Kropp here as they go towards the line. Caitlin is
Fisher's going to get 6th. Fisher slipstreams Kropps to the line. He gets 6th place. Sorry,
looks like Moritz Kropp ran out of fuel there a little bit.
Oh, Moritz Kropp might be about to be passed as well. Panzer gets 7th, Fournier gets 8th, Fletcher gets 9th. Kropp did run out of fuel before the line, but he will maintain 10th position. Jarl Tyne finished in 1st position, less than a second ahead of Owen McGorgy. Then it was Schluter and Grangfist, then Tom Stevens, Dylan Fisher, Robin Panzer, Jeffrey Fournier, Sergio Fletcher, and Moritz Kropp. So Fletcher in the top 10 once again. Loic Mounier P11, then Carlos Martin, Tomasz Wok, Matthias Moos, and Jakob Ekalalu, who did salvage a point at the end of that one. Stein Hangraf P16, Heiko Poom P17, then Justin Van der Smissen. And a race of attrition claimed Thomas Harvey and Adam Maguire, as well as 7 other drivers. Zolt Schuks, Dennis Urban, Pascal Pollens, Fabio Sixter, Pavel Andrzejewski, George Zalagianis, and Philip Pushke.